Her perfume hit before her words did. Something floral and sharp, filling the kitchen like smoke. She was slipping into her heels, keys in hand, red dress hugging her like a secret she didn't want me to know. "Don't wait up," she said, not looking at me. My chest tightened. Her tone was too light, too casual, like she'd rehearsed it. I leaned against the counter, swirling the ice in my glass. "Have a great time with David." She froze. Just for a heartbeat, but I saw it. The pause, the flicker of fear in her eyes before she caught herself. "What?" she said, forcing a laugh. "Who's David?" "The guy you've been texting under marketing team for the past 2 months, I said quietly. She blinked, lips parting like she'd been slapped. "You went through my phone?" "No," I said. "But it lights up every night around midnight. You smile then turn it over. I don't have to check to know what that means." The air between us thickened. I could hear the tick of the wall clock, steady, cruel. "Ethan," she whispered. "You're overthinking. It's just work. We're finishing a proposal." "On a Friday?" "In a cocktail dress." Her mouth opened then closed. She looked like a trapped bird, wings twitching, searching for a lie that might still fly. But there was nothing left to say. "Have a good night," I murmured. She hesitated, then left. The door shut with a softness that felt like an ending. The silence afterward wasn't empty, it was loud. My mind filled in every sound she was hearing right then. Her laughter at his jokes, the clink of glasses, the way she'd touch his arm and lean closer, just like she used to with me. I used to tell myself that love meant trust. But now, staring at the glow of her unread messages, I realized love also required blindness. And I'd been blind for too long. I grabbed my keys. The copper vine. Her car was parked right out front like she wanted to be caught. I stayed in the shadows across the street. Inside, the dim amber light spilled across her face. She was smiling, truly smiling for the first time in months. David sat across from her, laughing softly, his hand resting on the table near hers. Close. Too close. It wasn't rage that hit me. It was grief. Watching her like that felt like mourning a ghost. The woman I loved was still alive, but she wasn't mine anymore. Maybe she hadn't been for a long time. I didn't go inside. I couldn't. I turned around and drove home, the city lights warping through my tears. She came in just after 2. I was still awake, sitting in the dark, the empty glass beside me. She stopped when she saw me. "You're still up?" she asked softly, her voice almost trembling. "I told you," I said. "I didn't plan to wait up." Her shoulders sagged, guilt finally cracking through. "Ethan, please. Don't lie anymore," I said quietly. "Just tell me how long." She looked away. "It wasn't supposed to happen." "How long?" 3 months. I nodded slowly. "And if I hadn't said his name tonight?" She bit her lip. "Maybe longer." Her honesty was the final blow. "Do you love him?" I asked. She hesitated. Then barely audible. "I don't know." I almost laughed, but it came out broken. "You knew enough to sneak around for him." She stepped forward, tears brimming. "I never stopped loving you, Ethan. I just stopped feeling seen." "Then you should have told me," I said. "Not him." Her tears fell soundless. "I'm sorry." "I know," I whispered. "But that doesn't fix it." The next morning she was gone before sunrise. A note sat on the counter. "I'm staying at my sister's. I'll give you space." Space. That word felt too small for what she'd created between us. I didn't call. I didn't text. For the next week I lived in a daze, half memories, half silence. Every trace of her hurt to look at. Her coffee mug, her hairbrush, the faint scent of jasmine still clinging to our sheets. But grief has a way of sharpening over time. One evening I packed her things into boxes. Each object another goodbye I hadn't been brave enough to say out loud. When she finally came to collect them, she stood at the door, eyes red but steady. "I didn't expect you to forgive me," she said. "But I hoped you might understand." "I do," I said quietly. "You were lonely. And I was too. We just dealt with it differently." She nodded. "What now?" I looked past her at the fading sunset, streaks of orange bleeding into blue. "Now we stop pretending." She gave a broken laugh. "You always were the calm one." "Not anymore." Her hand lingered on the doorknob. "I wish I'd told you before I lost you." "You didn't lose me," I said. You let me go. She left without another word. A year later, I saw her by chance at a cafe downtown. She was sitting alone, stirring her coffee absently. Our eyes met, and for a second, time folded in on itself. She smiled faintly. Not the smile she'd given him that night, but a softer, sadder one. A real one. I nodded once, returning it. Then I turned and walked away. 'Cause sometimes love doesn't die. Just learns to live elsewhere. And for the first time since that night, I didn't feel broken. I just felt free.